That's what I like about tools like the Carvera. These two things together, like combine these ideas and then just try it, right? Sure. Because it's like really easy to try. Like, that's awesome.
Hey everyone, I'm Jason from Makera, and we are at Open Sauce 2025, and we're joining a bunch of different creators and stuff in our Makera booth. So Mick, if you just maybe introduce yourself, what brings you to Open Sauce, what do you like to do?
Yeah. Hey, I'm Mick. I came here just to check out like all the cool maker areas and people making cool stuff. I do a lot of 3D sculpting and VFX work. In the last couple of years, I've been doing a lot of woodworking. I got Carvera specifically to do some of the things I couldn't do with my other tools.
So like some fine detail type stuff?
Yeah, exactly. Like, being able to like create 3D objects is my main goal with the CNC work. Augment my other was work like, designs and more detail that I couldn't add like, manually that was too time intensive.
And that's like this project you have here. So this is a nice sweet box, right?
So first, like, I had made a bigger project, which was some cabinets to hold some speakers. I had some leftover wood from that. So this is just pieces of hard maple. And, starting like, with just like cutting pockets out for the bottom and the rim here. And you can see how there's a lip here. So, that's a pretty easy move these together. This is all like using the Carvera to cut some pockets and
such awesome detail. And these inlays.
So the top I do separately from the actual body. So the way I do that is I just take two different boards that are two different colors, laminate together, like clamp them all down, really carefully measure, the thickness of each board.
Right.
So I know like, that this maple on top, for instance, is going to be 6 inches on it. Right. So and then I could go into the CAD or the CAM software, load a model file, 3D model file. So I script these in ZBrush. And I try a lot of different things with this where I take it into the CAM software and have it like do a depth map from it. And I get mixed results depending on the model. In this particular case, I prepared in ZBrush a step of making the red. Awesome. So I get import like a depth from ZBrush.
I'm just wondering, like, how many different bits are you using to carve something like that?
2, a roughing pass and then the finish pass. So the roughing pass, I use the standard, like the one that comes with it, like the first grid. There's
a flute, like and milk, right?
Exactly.
Chip evacuation.
Yeah, and I just put like what is it? The tolerance. What it's called on there? It's like 0.02 or 0.03 or whatever for wood
for your step overs.
And the step over, I think it's like maybe like 40% or something like that for the roughing pass. So the roughing pass goes real fast, maybe like 8 layers. Something like that. So it's only going about like, 0.6 millimeters.
Yeah.
A top layer. And then I use a round end bit.
Like a ball nose?
No, a ball nose bit. See, this is funny because like, I'm so new to CNC that like all that.
Hey, bro, I can't tell. Like, this is amazing. What is your next spot? Like, what are you planning on doing next with this type of stuff you're dabbling with?
The other machine that I have is the Shaper Origin, which I use like to cut larger.
That's like kind of CNC handheld router type thing.
Yeah, it doesn't have as like a Z axis, so you're like basically cutting flat pieces mostly with it. Except for like you can use bits to get like different like like profiles and stuff like that. So I use that like I'm cutting something really large. Like for the project that the scrap is from, I would have boards that are 3 feet long. I can't fit it. I have small shops, so I don't have a big CNC machine.
Yeah,
so I inlay like this. I would use the shaper to cut the pockets into larger boards and things like that.
I got you.
And then like the smaller 3D pieces.
So your next project that you're planning for, are they more like fine detailed boxes?
So I'm going to make another cabinet with a lot more detailed 3D carvings in it. It's going to be larger than the last one, so there's going to be a ton of them. And then also, I just got the 4D access. I haven't got it set up yet. And like I want to take in some of my sculptures that I've been using for like visual effects stuff.
Rotation. Yeah. Like anything you're doing in ZBrush that you sculpt with that much detail to then be able to create that in some type of like rotational figurine is going to be awesome.
Relief situation here.
Yeah.
Like actually having like a little 3D object. Like kind of like you see the statues. And
I could see you making like a cool 3-dimensional sculpted handle or like something.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
Like that's awesome.
Yeah, the possibilities are like
endless.
That's what I like about tools like the Carvera and like things like the Shaper and things. Because every time I use them, I think it's a new idea. I'm like, oh man, I could use it to do this, or I could like I could put these two things together, like combine these ideas and then just try it, right?
Sure.
Because it's like really easy to try. Like,
that's awesome. Whatever you're making with our machines, other machines, to be able to make projects like this and then show the methods, you're just inspiring people of like, oh, wait a minute, I could do
Oh, yeah.
I've used this tool. That's super cool.
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome.
And like, like I said, I've only been doing woodworking for like 2 years. And like I attribute a lot to the tools that are available now.
Sure.
And like, being able to do it, told you before I have a bed and it's converted into a shop.
There you go.
Very small, like, and just being able to have like these smaller machines,
Yeah.
have access to the ability to like,
Not making a huge mess, keeping it as clean as you can be for some woodworking equipment, as quiet as you can be.
yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
That's exactly what we love. Nick, listen, thank you so much for taking your time. Hey, by our booth. We, of course, hope you have an awesome next couple days here at Open Source. And for all of you guys, keep checking out our channel because we're going to meet more incredible makers like Mick doing amazing stuff in the CNC subtractive world. So stay tuned and happy creating, guys. Thanks so much.